Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this session we are looking into some topics like Venn diagrams, dices, counting the number of triangles and some other small topics miscellaneous for SSC CGL exam. Now before we begin, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Time for Bank SSC CGL and don't forget to hit the bell icon for all the notifications of videos we upload in our channel. Right. Okay, so let's start with dices. So here it says 6 numbers 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26 are written on different faces of a die because a dice has 6 sides. So 6 faces rather. So you have 6 numbers written on each face. The 3 positions of this dice are shown in the figure. Find the number on the face opposite to 24. Now here you have to start visualizing how it will work. Okay. Now observe carefully, look at this. If I take the first two, 21 is above in both and 25 is also there in both, but here it is on the right hand side and here it is on the left hand side, correct? Now 23 is on the left hand side. So what happened from here to here? If I orient, so the number on the right hand side that was 25 came to the left hand side. Now what happened to 23? 23 has gone behind. Now what is in front here? 22. So for 23 the number opposite is 22, or from here if you check, if I rotate like this, 22 has gone behind, 23 has come to the front. So 23 and 22 can be identified as opposites. That is how you have to visualize. But one other way of looking at it is, the numbers that are adjacent to it can never be opposite. Means for instance, if you take the number 25, see 25 is coming in all the 3. That is the common number in all the 3. What are all the numbers that are adjacent to 25? You have 21 is there, 22 is there, 23 is there, 24 is there. Correct? So 21 is adjacent to 25, so it cannot be opposite. Understanding the point? 22 is adjacent to 25, so it cannot be opposite. 23 is adjacent to 25, it cannot be opposite. 24 is adjacent to 25, it cannot be opposite. So the numbers that are adjacent to 25 can never be opposite 25. So 21, 22, 23 and 24 are not opposite. Then what is the only other number you have? 26. Correct? For the number 25, 21, 22, 23, 24 are not opposites. Then which is the only number that is opposite? 26. So like that you have to understand. So you need to start visualizing by orienting them. So if I orient the first view by slightly on the with respect to the vertical axis, correct? So 25 which is on this side will move to this side. So 23 goes behind, so opposite to 23 you have 22. But you need to also look into the question that is asked. Now, what is the question that is asked? Find the number on the face opposite to 24, he says. Now, 24 is available here, so I definitely have to make use of this. Okay. See, one other thing is, now I know that we have 23 and opposite you have is 22, and for 25 opposite you have is 26. That means for the number 24, opposite you get is 21. Correct? So these are the opposites I can consider. If I can find 2 opposites, the third opposite can automatically happen. Correct? One way, based on the 3 views, I have eliminated the adjacent numbers as opposites. So for the number 25, the only number opposite can be is 26. And then looking at the first 2 views, by simply orienting it with respect to y-axis, I can say now 25 has shifted to the left hand side from right hand side. So for 23, 22 is the opposite because now 23 moves to the back side and 22 is in the front side. So that means the remaining 2 numbers are 21 and 24. So they will be opposite. So find the number on the face opposite 24. So I get my answer as 21. So this is one way of looking at it. So when you are practicing dices and questions like this, spend time and find out all the 3 opposites. Then it becomes very easy. In the exam, you don't have to find everything. You can just go by it. Now, how do I just go by looking at the number 24? See, I will also tell you. Now look at here, you have 25, 22, 25, 22. In both of these two, the second view and the third view, the numbers 25 and 22 are adjacent to each other, correct? Now see what is happening. 22 is in the same face, correct? It is on the right hand side only, but 25, which was on the left side, now moved to the top. So what is happening? This view is now oriented like this. Are you understanding? So whatever is like this, it has moved like this. So that 25 which is there, it is still there here only, and 22 which is there is still available there only, and 25 has moved to the top. So what is happening? If 25 has moved to the top, where is 21? 21 will go on the back side. So if 21 is on the back side, which is on the front side? 24. So for 24, the opposite is 21. That's the only thing you can answer. But when you're practicing, practice everything. Try to find out all the opposites. Then you will know in what are all the ways I can do it. Understood the point here? Okay. So the answer to this is 21. Okay. Right. Now the next one, he says the position of how many letters will remain unchanged if each of the letters in the word nightmares is rearranged in the English alphabetical order from left to right. So you have the word nightmares. Correct? So we have to arrange them in English alphabetical order from left to right. So we start with A. So write them down one below the other so that it, serves as a self-check. You don't have to check again and again. It serves as a self-check that am I missing out on any alphabets or am I adding anything extra? So write them down one below the other. So we have A, then B, C, D is not there, but you have a E. Then F is not there, you have a G, H and a I, correct? Then J is not there, K, L is not there, you have a M, then you have a N, then you have R, S and finally T, correct? Now how many are there in the same position? So G is there, H is there, M is there and R is there. So basically I get 4 letters. That's the maximum number you have. So follow the instructions, you'll know what to do. But how do you represent it is important. So write them down one below the other so that it serves as a self-check that you are not missing out on any alphabets nor are you adding anything extra. Okay? Right. Then coming back to dices again, he says 6 letters Q, Z, V, T, L and A are written on different faces of a dice. 2 positions of this dice are shown in the figures below. Find the letter on the face opposite to Q. Correct? Now look at this. So which are the letters that are common here? Check. V is the only letter that is common. Correct? So like I said, there is one way you can remove the adjacent letters as opposite. Now, what are the adjacent letters of V? We have Q, Z, T and L. See, Q, Z, T, L are not opposite V. So, which is opposite V? So, the opposites, what I can say is for V, you have A as the opposite. Correct? That means I can rule out the first option and the third option. Right? And then we have T and Z. But we know that opposite to Q, you cannot have a letter adjacent. So, Q's adjacent letter is Z. So, I can rule out Z also. Then which is the only option you have? Second option. So, for Q, the opposite you have is T. Are you understanding the point? Okay. That means for L, what is the remaining alphabet you have? Z. So, L and Z are opposites. So, that's how you have to work it out. Understood? So, one other way of looking at it is, now look at this. V is available in both and it is on the same side, correct? That means what is happening here? You had Q and Z and now you have T and L. But V is still available on the same side. So, how do I get that? You can flip it by 180 degrees. Once you flip it by 180 degrees, V will remain in the same position. So, in place of Q, you are getting T. If you rotate by 90 degrees, only one side will change. Correct? but I don't have Z at the top. I have a new letter T at the top. So you have to flip it by 180 degrees. That is how you have to visualize. So if I flip it by 180 degrees, what is happening? Q now comes at the bottom. Now what is at the top? T is at the top. So Q and T are opposites. Now Z will come on the back side. Now what is on the front side? L. So Z and L are opposites. Are you understanding? Then the remaining for V, you have A as the opposite. So that is how you have to visualize and answer this. Clear? Okay. So T, choice 2. Okay. Then, now it says how many triangles are there in the given figure. So we can count. So we have this one big triangle, correct? So I am drawing it here, one triangle. You have on the other side also another triangle. Then there is a small triangle here, and then, correct? So totally you have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4, third option. 4 triangles, counting the number of triangles. You can simply retrace them. In the diagram, if you retrace them, you will start recognizing how many are there. Correct? Yeah. Then, the position of how many letters will change if each of the letters in the word system is arranged in the English alphabetical order. So we have the word system. Now we have to arrange them in English alphabetical order. How many the position of how many letters will change, he is asking. Okay. So let's see. So the starting is E, correct? Then after E you have a M, then you have a T, then double S and a Y. Correct? So how many are changing? Oh, sorry. First is S and then you will get T. So S, S, T and Y. Correct? First is S, then T. Okay. So now here, how many are changing? See, E is changing. Then M is changing. S is not changing. Another S is changing. T is changing and Y is changing. So out of 6 alphabets, how many alphabets are changing? 5. And that's available in the third option. So look at the question and understand what is asked. The position of how many letters will change, he is asking. Okay. So there are 5 letters that are positions changed. Yes. Okay. So third option. Then, now coming to the next one, he says 6 letters P, Q, R, S, T and U are written on different faces of a die. 2 positions of this dice are shown. Find the letter on the face opposite to R, he says. Okay, so let's see this. Now again see, R is on the same side on both the views, but P and T are changed to Q and U. So again what is happening? You have to take this die and rotate it by 180 degrees so that R remains on the same side. Now P, if I rotate by 180 degrees, P will come at the bottom. What is opposite? Q. So the opposites that I have, so opposite to P you have is Q. Then by rotating 180 degrees, T moves to the back side. So if T moves to the back side, what is in the front side? U. So for T you have U. That means for R, you get is S. So these are the opposites. So what is the face opposite to R? You have is S. Understanding the point here? Okay. Another way of looking at it, like I said, R is the only common alphabet you have, correct? Now what are all the different letters? We have P, Q, U, T. Correct? So there are 4 different letters that are adjacent to R which can never be opposite. So P, Q, U, T. They can never be opposite to R. So then which is the only letter? S. So S will be opposite to R. That is another way of looking at it. Okay. So find all the opposites when you are practicing, then it becomes very easy to understand and answer the dice question. Okay. Right. Then next, right, the position of how many letters will remain unchanged. Okay. So if each of the letter in the word janitor is arranged in English alphabetical order. Okay, so let's arrange that. So we have A, then B, C, D, E, F, G, H is not there, you have a I, then J, then K, L, M, N, N is there, then O, then R and T. I have arranged in alphabetical order. Now he says how many letters will remain unchanged. So how many are unchanged? None. So 0, choice 2. The answer is 0 because no letter is there in the same position. Correct? Yeah. Then, how many triangles are there in the given figure? So let's see this. Now check here, you have this one triangle here, correct? Then at the bottom you have is 2, and then here you have 3, correct? Then you have 4, 5, and then 6, 7, correct? And then you also have this. So total there are 8. So choice 4. Okay, so you can simply trace the diagram like that, okay, and you can redraw also. See, you have 1, then 2, 3, then you have 4 here, then you have 5, then 6, then the big triangle 7, correct, and then you have here 8. So total there are 8 triangles, okay. Yeah. Now coming to Venn diagrams. He says study the given diagram carefully and answer the questions that follow. The numbers in different sections indicate the number of persons who have applied for different posts. Now region representation you have to clearly understand for Venn diagrams. Then only it becomes easy for answering. See, for instance, what does this 35 represent? This 35 represents the persons who have applied for only teachers post. What does this 4 represent? That 4 represents the persons who have applied for both teachers and engineers but not accountant. Or you can say only teachers and engineers posts, 4 people have applied. Okay, then this 3 represents persons who have applied for all the 3 posts. So region representation has to be carefully understood. Then only answering the questions becomes easier. Now look at the question. What is the total number of persons who have applied for more than one post? More than one. That means I can rule out 35, 42, 56 because these are the persons who have applied for only that post. Now if I say more than one means what? Minimum 2. Now how many posts are there? 3 posts. So when I say minimum 2, it should be understood as greater than or equals to. That means people who have applied for exactly 2 posts plus people who have applied for exactly 3 posts. So what are all the numbers? We have 4, 6, 8 and 3. You add them. 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 3, you are going to get 21. And that's available in 4th option. And that's how we answer this. Okay? Yeah. So exactly 2 is these numbers, 4 plus 6 plus 8, and exactly 3 is the number 3 because 3 people apply for all the 3 posts, the region. 4 is applying teacher and engineer only, 6 is applying teacher and accountant only, 8 are applying engineer and accountant only. So understand the region representation, then it becomes very easy to get our answer. Okay, right. So 21, choice 4. Then, right. Now 6 letters A, M, R, S, Y and Q are written on different faces of a dice. 2 positions of this dice are given here. Now is asking, are shown in the figures below. Find the one on the face opposite to S. Okay. Now look at this. Now check, you have R, that is the only common alphabet. Now what happens? I can rotate it by 180 degrees so that R remains the same. And if I rotate 180 degrees, this one, A will come at the bottom. So opposite to A now, what is there at the top? S. and M, if I orient, it comes on the back. What is opposite? You have Y. So what are the opposites that I am going to get? So for A, you get S as the opposite. For M, you have Y as the opposite. That means the remaining for R, you have Q as the opposite. So now find the letter on the face opposite S. So on the face opposite S, the letter you have is A. That's our answer. So these are the opposites. Correct? Yeah. Then. Yeah. Now following Venn diagram shows men's profession as doctors and chess players. So you have men, then you have two professions, doctors and chess players. Correct? So the elements, the numbers outside of men can be considered as women. The numbers outside doctors are not doctors. Numbers outside chess players are not chess players. That's how you have to understand. Now it says how many men are doctors. So I need men along with doctors. So be very careful. How many men? See, men is this complete circle. So along with that, how many are doctors? Means he is asking you this region. This is the region you have to focus on. Are you understanding? I need men who are also doctors, because these two, 78 and 45, are not coming inside doctors, but the other two numbers are coming inside doctors. So my answer is going to be 23 plus 24. So 47 would be my answer. Third option. Okay. So if the question was how many men are doctors but not chess players, then you will say 23 is my answer, but not chess players. The third element is not given here. So I will have to concentrate only on these two, men and doctors. What are all the numbers that coming inside these two circles you have to consider, even though it is coming inside the other one. Got it? Yeah. So 47 is what we choose. Okay, right. Then next. Now he says each vowel in the word similar is changed to the following letter in the English alphabetical order, and each consonant is changed to the preceding letter of English alphabetical order. Following is the next, preceding is the before. So you have the word similar, okay? You have the word similar. So what is saying? The vowels, correct? Each vowel is changed to the following letter of English alphabet. So vowel, I is changed to O. Again, I is changed to O. Sorry, not vowel to vowel, no. Sorry. Each vowel is changed to the following letter, he said. Okay. So that means I is changed to J. Here also I is changed to J and A is changed to B, following letter, correct? And then each consonant is changed to the preceding letter of English alphabetical order. Okay, preceding is previous. So you have R here, previous to S, then you have L here, previous to M, and then you have K here, previous to L, and then Q here, that is previous to R. Correct? Right. Now the question is, how many letters are there in the English alphabetical order between the letters which is second from the left end? So second from the left end is J, and the third from the left end in the group of the letters thus formed. Third from the left end is L. So between J and L, how many letters are there according to the English alphabet is what he is asking. So between J and L, which is the only letter you have? K. So the answer is 1, and 1 is available in fourth option. So follow the instructions accordingly, you will get the answer. So each vowel is changed to the following letter and each consonant is changed to the preceding letter. And after that, he is asking us to pick 2 letters in that and see how many letters are there according to the English alphabet between them. So there is only 1. So 1 will be our answer. Got it? Yeah. Choice 4. Then. Right. Now, all of the letters in the word wisdom are arranged in alphabetical order. Okay, so we have the word wisdom. So, they are now arranged in the alphabetical order. So, we start off with D, then I, then J, K, L, M, O, S and W, right? Alphabetical order. Now, the question is, how many letters are there in the English alphabet series between the letter which is third from the left hand? Now, third from the left hand is M, correct? And the one which is second from the right hand, second from the right hand is S. In the new letter cluster thus formed. Cluster is nothing but a group, okay, a bunch, cluster. So, between M and S, how many letters you have according to the English alphabet is the question. So, you count. We have N, O, P, Q, R. So, total how many are there? There are 5 letters between, and that's available in first option. Correct? Yeah. So, understand the instructions, follow accordingly, you will get your answer. Okay, ensure that you are reading them only once and getting it done. Got it? Yeah. Then, how many squares are there in the given figure? Okay, square. So, the first is this big square that you have here, correct? Then this is the second one, then this is the third one. Similarly, here you have, this is the fourth and this is the fifth, correct? Then here you have the sixth, then here you have the seventh and the eighth, correct? And then you have these small things. See, this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, total there are how many? 13. That's available in choice 2. Okay. So, you can retrace and you can easily find them, the squares. Okay. And be careful, here there is a gap between the two. So, don't take this also as a square. There is no square here. Okay. Because there is a gap here. Right. So, total you get is 13. Then, study the given Venn diagram and answer the question that follow. So, you have entrepreneurs, women and Indian. You have the numbers. Now, it says how many women entrepreneurs are not Indians. See, I need women, I need entrepreneurs. At the same time, he says they should not be Indian. So, this is the region that is being asked. Are you understanding? So, this 18 is coming inside women. It is also coming inside entrepreneurs. But is it coming inside Indian? No. That is what I want. Not Indian. So, 18. And that is what you choose as the answer. 18. Okay. So, understand the region. So, before you go into the question, sit and write what each number represents. So, take each number and see what it represents. 44 represents what? Only entrepreneurs. Not women, not Indian. Only entrepreneurs. 59, only women. Not entrepreneurs, not Indians. So, like that, for every number, write the region. That is how you will learn. Understood the point here? Okay. So, choice 2. Then, alright. So, that concludes the session. So, before we end it, I am reiterating again, please do join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank SSC CGL, for all Bank SSC CGL, Insurance, Railway and other related exams. And these are our other social media handles and their links for Telegram, YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. The links are given in the description box. For classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center, and for online courses, you can enroll at t4e.info//bank-ssc online. Alright, so that brings us to the end of session. Hope it is clear we made some progress here. Thank you all for attending the session. Have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.